really
thank you.
loud noise.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Shut up, future Austin.
All right, let me pull up my timer.
I'm going to beat you to death, future Austin.
Listen, future Austin, you're gonna look back at this and you'll be like, God, I hate him.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome back to me, my future self, being brutally threatened by my comrades here.
He has a knife to his neck.
Big Yoshi.
But only while he's editing the video.
Big Yoshi, what's your fucking name?
Oh, my name's Nick. It could be though.
It could be. And then we have Mitchell, which is Psychedelic Pikachu.
Hi, I'm Pikachu on fucking acid. It's great.
And then we have Obama getting a epic victory royale.
Fortnite
Justin.
L, Fortnite L, Fortnite L,
Wait,
Fortnite L, Fortnite L.
Okay,
Dude,
wait.
that's weird. My audio patterns were the exact same. It's kind of scary.
Bros, I don't like this.
He's gonna lag.
Anyways,
All right.
so it's been a hot minute since we've done a podcast, and that's mainly because it's the holidays.
No, it's been pretty fucking cold, actually.
Shut up.
I'm gonna kill you, Mitchell. I'm going to kill you. All
Yeah,
right.
it'd be kind of hot.
It's gotta be cold, man. I don't know.
Not gonna lie.
I've had to walk through that shit. Fuck you.
I had to turn on my space heater.
No, space heaters light my room on fire. It happened, I
Justin.
swear to God.
Justin.
What?
Justin, tell me a story about that.
Yeah. So
About his
Wait,
space
which
heater.
story?
When the space heater lit our room on fire?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was funny.
Yeah, because you
No.
almost fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I kind of wish I did now.
Justin's like, I kind of wish I walked into it.
Yeah.
I kinda wish I just got hit with an M67 flamethrower.
Nice.
Nothing
Anyway.
is stronger than love, except an M32 rotary grenade launcher, because fuck you and everyone around you.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
so yeah, it's been a mild temperature minute since we've done the last podcast.
About lukewarm.
About lukewarm.
About 36 feet.
It's been a hot second since we've done a podcast.
About 80 cents.
Yeah, and that's mainly just because it was the holiday season. Everyone was busy, and we were doing podcasts.
Let's just admit that we were lazy, Austin.
We were lazy.
I was getting to that too. Because we pushed it over to. We originally did Saturdays as our podcast recordings, and then we were all like, let's do it on Sundays, and then we wouldn't do it on Sundays. So yeah, but yeah, here we are
Let's all
back
do
on a
it on
Saturday.
Sundays. Literally none of us do it on Sunday.
Yeah, because no one's on. And it's like, oh. But yeah, welcome back. We're all back. It's a Saturday, and we're getting
Half of us are back.
half. Well, Brendan's on a vacation. Dragon. He's probably cooking for his family, and then Emmett.
Yeah.
Emmett's
Don't know.
Emmett.
Yeah,
No one
Emmett's
knows about
he's just emitting.
Emmett's chilling. But yeah. First off, Happy New Year, everyone. This is 2020. Almost a full month into 2020. How's it been? How's it been,
We're
gamers?
not in World War
Yeah.
III. We're not in World War III.
Yeah. Are we ready, boys? I'm gonna get drafted.
Yeah, unless
Nah,
you.
fuck you.
Well, no. See,
I got diabetes. I ain't getting drafted for
Yeah.
shit.
Well, see, no. Justin doesn't get drafted, but he gets to go to summer camp, though. Ain't that right, Justin?
Thank you, Mike Pence.
Literally a monkey.
So, yeah, great few first month for all of us. 2020, off to a hot start.
Did Mike Pence try and put through some bullshit about making gay kids go to a summer camp?
Probably.
Wait, actually?
I hope so.
Justin's like, I want to meet some.
Oh, yes.
I hope so, bro.
I'm ready.
Because that,
Grinder's barbaric.
well, that it brings up the question. It's like, how would you like?
You know?
It's like, how would you like separate the kids?
Yeah,
Because it's like you can't put a gay with a gay, because then they'll just,
No, they might. They
Yeah, well, they
might,
might.
but they aren't going to. It's like saying you can't put a boy with a girl because then they'll just start fucking. It's like
every
only if we both want to.
overly Christian parent be like, boy and girl
Uh-oh.
together, alone, they're gonna
Parents
fuck.
from our area be like,
Better not.
Premarital eye
fucking
contact.
I'm pretty sure the only reason that his dad is fine with you guys going over to Justin's house is that fucking he's gay.
Yeah.
Partially.
That is.
Literally the only reason.
I remember that the last time you guys were over, or at least while I was there. It was, hey Dad, can I go over to Justin's house? Is that the gay kid with the man bun? Yeah. Yeah, fine, go.
Yeah, all our parents like to point out Justin's man bun. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just a staple of Justin now.
It's because it makes me quirky, wacky.
Wacky. It makes you
Quacky,
quacky.
quacky woo.
It makes me quacky, haha.
Quacky.
Makes you a quirky gay.
It's a quirky version of quacky. Or sorry, it's a quacky version of quirky.
Okay, so how was everyone's New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay, so Justin went somewhere. I think the rest of you were there too.
Yes. We all went
I
to
stayed
Brendan's
at-
house.
I stayed at home and I drank with my parents and watched everybody from CNN get shit faced on live TV. It was great.
Yeah,
No,
so
I swear to God, I saw Anderson Cooper do tequila shots. That man cannot do tequila shots.
Yeah, he cannot.
Have you seen videos of him trying to do it?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
He takes the shot, swallows it, and then it's like, you know that like face that little kids make when you put broccoli in front of them, where their entire face
It's like-
scrunches up and they stick their tongue out. It's him
Yeah.
doing that for like a solid minute on live TV. He's standing in fucking Times Square, like you can see the ball and like all these performances behind him, and it's just him going and it's with like good tequila, like $40-$50 bottle of tequila
he's just all like
that he's. Meanwhile, Andy Cohen is standing next to him, who just like fucking takes it and doesn't react. Like
Yeah, he just takes like.
Oh yeah, it's because Cohen's a party demon.
he is no, like he's flamingly gay, but like he had a kid this past year, and so he's like the big dude for Bravo, like the network of Bravo, where all of like the Real Housewives of wherever. So all of the Real Housewives of LA fucking threw him a baby shower, and there's pictures of him sitting there with a big smile on his face, Anderson Cooper sitting next to him just flabbergasted, and half of these like 40-year-old women in like these skin tight dresses fucking twerking on a table in front of him.
God, that's good.
it's so funny knowing like especially like who Anderson Cooper is. He's just like, oh.
Okay, so no, here's the thing: is Anderson Cooper? I figured out, fucking loaded before CNN.
Oh.
Yeah, he was absolutely.
Like his family owned is the Vanderbilt family, which was like a huge magazine. So like they were billionaires, and then his mom was an actress in Hollywood,
Oh.
Yes.
and then he's done this. So like he's the only surviving heir to a massive media fortune.
Yeah, he's loaded to the max.
Yeah,
But
but
not the richest.
To the max, bro.
To the max.
so
No,
For-
but I figured out that there's this wonderful drink. It's called a gimlet, and you make it in a
Gimlet?
martini glass. Gimlet, Gimlet. Make it in a martini glass. It's gin, simple syrup, and lime juice. Right? Real simple to make. Do you know what else it is if you make it in a shot glass?
what?
If you make that same drink but you put it in a shot glass instead of a martini glass, it's called a kamikaze.
What is it, like a lesser version of a Jaeger bomb or more?
It's better. Let's be clear. Jaeger is what you drink if you
Who
don't
would want
respect
to
yourself.
drink black licorice?
It's basically Jaeger is just like alcoholic salty black licorice.
Who wants to eat black licorice in the first place?
Yeah, I probably should leave.
But
I actually do like it.
getting back. All right, Nick, Antichrist.
Listen,
Okay. So
okay.
back to
I
topic.
hate you.
Me, Nick, Justin, and
No,
Brendan.
I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, no, Nick. Oh yeah, that's right. You went up to
I went up north to Traverse City.
yeah, and had New Year's with your ex.
Yeah, we'll get to that after you do. I don't think really much happened.
Yeah, but me and Justin, and a few of our other friends. We went over to Brendan's house for a New Year's. We watched a horror movie. We played Cards Against Humanity. We all just really hung out, and then we watched the ball drop, and we were like, "Hey!" And then we drank.
We vibed.
Yeah, we drank fake champagne, but
You're forgetting when we watched the ritual and Become Tree.
Yes.
The country. Yeah, but it was overall pretty chill night. Nick.
So let me just start. On our way up, it was right after school, and it was Friday. My dad comes home and he's like, "Listen, I'm not feeling good. You're driving. Here's the keys." We load up the truck and everything, and he comes back outside the house with this this container. It's just a regular container, right? Disgusting.
Mitchell.
by the way.
I'm sorry.
That is gross.
I don't.
Wow.
Hey, no, keep going, Nick. Keep going.
Okay, so we go into the truck, and 30 minutes go by, and he starts just hurling. He just starts throwing up, and I'm like, dude, why?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. And that was we're going up for like a full 4-hour trip to Traverse City. Yeah, 3 hours, something like that. We arrive there, we get all our stuff in, and we're just chilling, watching the I don't know which TV station. It was it's just Times Square. I don't know which channel it was, but before that, there had been a commotion with my ex and her sister.
Oh,
they were playing Scrabble.
Been a ruckus.
Yeah,
there had been a commotion.
Yeah, they were playing Scrabble, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you travel up there with your ex and her sister?
No. I traveled there.
Do they live up there?
No, we were just going up there for a hangout. I don't know why they brought me with. That's okay. Anyways,
Nick's all like,
I didn't want to be there. But we got up there, and apparently their family is way different than ours. Like, extremely.
like how so?
At one part of the night, they were all crying.
Oh,
Literally all of them.
what?
All at least not like the parents, but like the rest of them were.
What?
So, like,
Why?
there's my ex, her sister, and your younger brother.
Why?
And then 30 minutes later, they're all happy, cheery, dancing with each other.
They need some help.
I don't know
Like
what's
emotional
going
support.
on. I'm
That's
sitting
what
there.
we call dysfunctional.
Yeah, because I was playing with their younger brother Reese, who's actually pretty cool. And we were playing. I brought my Switch. We were playing Smash, and Kylie comes in. That's her name. She just comes in. She's like, she's just crying because of something that her sister said, and she walks back out, and then now they're cheery and fine. And I'm like,
Just gotta cry it out, bro.
I look at Reese.
You just gotta stand in a corner and shed some tears with no expression on your
Her
face.
tears are
man.
her Estes flask.
I look at Reese and I'm like, how do you deal with this? Please, how? Tell me.
I need a guide. Do you have a dummy for dummies book?
Be my spirit
Yeah.
guide.
He goes and looks back at me and just like, I don't know, man. And that was really all of it was.
Yeah.
And then we all left that next morning.
Was your dad
But
still
hey.
hurling?
He was.
No, that's fun.
He took a shower though, and then it was fine.
You're hurling in the shower.
I did
It's
not.
just
want
the
it.
fucking phone call scene from Scary Movie.
It's just Nick's dad just hurling on the other end of the phone. Just
Everyone else goes, "What's up?"
yeah, Nick's dad on the one line.
Okay,
Yeah, but
that was really all my New Year's shows.
So it was all pretty chill for everyone. I'd say in general, but something else that happened around this time, with a certain famous, in quotes here, celebrity named Logan Paul happened.
Oh, actually, but before we get to the Logan Paul bit, you saying something about a famous celebrity.
Yeah.
When I got back up here, like, or it might have been like the weekend before I got back up here, but it was right around the same time. Fucking Freddie Benson. Y'all know who that is?
It sounds. Hold on, I probably have to look up a face.
Let me look at
Dude, it's not the name of the actor. I don't remember the name of the actor, but it's the dude. It's iCarly. It's Freddie from
yeah,
iCarly.
Freddie.
Oh yeah.
That dude, he was at a frat party on my campus like last week.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not at all. Like everybody that I know is like has these pictures of them with fucking Freddie Benson.
Are you
Bro.
Yeah,
That is the best thing in the world.
Dude, he just did the recorded iCarly special, man.
No, dude, like he just like was chilling out here. Fucking last year, Drake Bell was here, like doing a show and
Are you
like was
serious?
hanging out
Nathan
around. Yeah,
Kress.
he was hanging out around Mount Pleasant for like the weekend.
That's I want to meet Drake Bell. I want to meet him.
Best Spider-Man voice actor in the past like 10 years.
Yeah, I
other than
do
Lowenthal.
forget that he is Spider-Man sometimes.
He has a wife.
Yeah.
No, like
Josh
him
Peck
and
does
Josh
too.
Peck. Him and Josh Peck both have like
They're full.
become
they're-
like functional adults,
Yeah.
which is impressive for anybody that's on like a kids show.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. And worked with Dan
Nickelodeon
Schneider.
or Disney.
Yeah.
And now I feel old.
Sorry. Logan Paul sucking dick.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that, shall we?
Sorry, I just have my one
no.
little thing that I wanted
That
to
was
get to
a-
before we
that
dove
was-
into this insanity.
That was a great side topic, but like
Yeah.
I love the
Now back
Yeah,
to
so
fucking
Logan Paul sucking dick.
sucking dick.
Yeah, so
Was
apparently
it KSI? Because I've just heard vague things about
No.
this, and I
No,
know that
it
him
was
and
not. It
KSI
was-
have this weird like
like
they fight each
rivalry.
other in boxing rings.
Yeah.
But like they seem to like be all over each other's nuts all the
Yeah.
time. Like
So apparently I don't know who it was. All I know is that he apparently
yeah, hot
like
take. Fucking come at me, Logan Paul. I know you don't watch this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I want to be clear, Logan. I said come at me, not come on me.
Well, see, the thing is, he's not gonna watch it because he already remembers it.
Yeah. Insert names here podcast versus the what is this podcast
The
called?
house, something that house,
pod, the low cat pod thing. Whatever. It's
The
stupid.
we're a bunch of dumb fucks that are dumber than the dumb fucks that insert names here. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. But apparently he
Also, if you are listening to this and you legitimately enjoy either of the Paul brothers, leave.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
please.
We don't want
we don't,
you.
We don't
They're
like you
both
guys.
apes. Oh yeah, Jake Paul apparently divorced Hannah Montague.
What?
That
Yeah.
wasn't a fucking marriage in the first place. That was
Yeah.
a publicity stunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate them. But Logan Paul apparently had some dick sucking, and the entire internet went like, "Whoa!" Because I remember when I first heard the news, I remember like he said something like earlier in 2019 that he was going to go gay for a month in March
Yep.
or something,
Yeah.
and I was like, Logan, you know March is over, right?
Mark. So
Buddy,
like,
look.
March is the last month, right?
yeah.
But yeah, it was something. That's all I can say. And I love the memes that stemmed from it because there were like these pictures taken from like the boxing arena with like KSI and like Logan going right for his crotch, and it's just so funny. And then there's this one picture. If I find it, I'll flash it up on screen right now. But it's this picture of KSI, and he's fully naked, and he's chumming, and it's like the camera angles down by his like knees, and it's like, "Yo, man, you gonna respond?" I love it when my bills kick in. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
But yeah, that was quite an odd thing that happened at the beginning of 2020.
I want to do my story.
Your story? What story? Your
Chicken nugget
Instagram?
story.
Check my nugget story.
Oh yeah.
Nugget story.
It's nugget story time.
So we recently had exams at our school, and so we had early
First
lunches. Yeah.
First day of exams. Hold on, I got this.
Okay.
So it's Wednesday, right? First day of exams. And I'm like, well, everyone else is already out. So I gotta find my little group to go out. So I get a couple of my buddies. We go on my Honda 1997 CR-V. This little Zoom boy. And we go to Burger King. We have $50 to her name. So we go. Brendan goes up to the register.
Not insert names here, but another Brendan. We just call him Schwartz.
Yeah. So Schwartz goes up to the register and he goes, "Listen, I need 100 chicken nuggets." He looks us dead in the eyes and he goes, "What kind of sauce do you want?" He goes straight up. So we get our order done and he's like, "All right, that's gonna be $25, right?" Okay, we got one bag full of chicken nuggets and one bag separate just for the sauce. Just for the sauce. And this is like 30 things of sauce. Like 30 little packets of sauce.
Did you drive by the elementary school at the top of that hill and just fucking wave it in front of them and flip them off?
I go by the classrooms and be like, dum.
Just, hey, you little 4th grade fuck you! I got nuggies!
I got nuggies. And
Look at the dinosaur ones,
I Snapchatted the whole thing. And I did a little aftermath thing, and I had 30 chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
30 of them.
Nick's Snapchat story. I don't know, Nick, if you have it, you got to send it to me so I can flash it up. But there's a picture of him. He's like 30. The caption was 30 chicken nuggets aftermath, and it's just a picture of him sitting in his chair, like it looks like he just came. Okay.
You know what's even worse than that? Than that image though?
What?
I was walking down the hall away from lunch to my next class after that.
Yeah.
And this kid
bathroom was just-
lifts up his shirt and goes, "Justin, feel this." I could feel the bulge in his stomach.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was literally just. You know how you like you tense up, you can see your abs sometimes, right? And I just release it. It just goes boom.
You can see like the lining of the chicken nuggets just. But like I forgot I was gonna reply to your story and I was gonna be like, that is the sexiest aftermath of chicken nuggets I've ever seen. Bro,
You know,
I gotta try that out.
Schwartz still has the bag of sauce, barbecue sauce. And he just pulls up the next day. He's like, look at this glorious achievement. Look at this. This was for 100 chicken nuggets. What have you done with your life?
This is my accomplishment, okay? I'm framing this.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
I love
god,
that.
he's someone. If we're ever to get guests on this show, I want to get him on as a guest on the show. That'd be so funny. But yeah, I kind of wish I was there for that.
The other person that I would suggest for a guest would be Keaton.
Keaton?
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say
Mockman 22.
Yeah.
No, Cameron too, but Cameron and Keaton are very different ends of the spectrum when it comes to appropriateness. Like
Yeah.
Keaton will make smart jokes and will generally stay quiet unless he has something like very like thoughtful to say. Cameron will just like look
Just
at you.
spit out.
We'll just nothing, and then, well, if I fucking sucked your dick, what the fuck would that do for you? I swear to, like, he says, like,
Oh my god.
like, okay, so Cameron, for the people that aren't watching, is me and Justin's cousin. He lives on the other side of Grand Rapids from us. Him and his brother, like, we've said a multitude of times, like, if they lived closer, we wouldn't call them our cousins, we would call them our brothers. Like, they're, like, we've gone on spring break just about every year with them. We see them, like,
Yeah, I've had that
least
too
once
with
a
my
month,
cousins.
like,
Yeah.
it's they are probably the only people that I have ever met that like are able to rival this Discord server in terms of like pure
And they're just two entities.
unadulterated fuckery.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. It's absolute crackhead shit.
like
what
we were walking through O'Hare one time and Cam just goes, I swear to God, if these people don't stop moving, and he's not saying this quietly at all, he's saying this at regular volume, he goes, I swear to God, if these people don't move faster, I'm gonna have to fist my way out of this airport.
started ramming fist on people's head. Go.
And I just saw the people in front of us kind of look over their shoulder and start moving faster. Cause like Cameron is not a small human being. Like he's a running back. So like at college. So like his legs are like the size of my fucking torso. And that is both. God. His legs are large and my torso is small because I'm a fucking skinny little fuck. Yeah. And then Carson is somehow fucking scarier because Carson's 4 years younger and fucking denser than a pile of concrete in terms of muscle, not intelligence. No, when Carson was 8, I saw him lift a fucking like multi-piece couch because he got pissed off, and he's just like lifts a fucking 400-pound couch and then drops it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, they would be fucking hilarious to have on here, but like you would just all need to know, especially you, Austin, there may be some bleeping involved in that one.
That's fine.
And by some, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
You let Cam know that shit's recording and he will purposefully make it worse.
My cousin Tyler, he I feel like he would also be a good guest too, but because it's not like our podcast, but he started this podcast like a while ago, and it's called like the Cripple Podcast, and they've only done one thing, but it was the funniest shit, and like I feel like he relates very much to us because we played what was it? What's that Jackbox party game with the Quiplash. Quiplash, yeah. We played that last time they were here, and
by the way, I have that on my PC, so I can stream it into the Discord server if we want to record that sometime.
Yeah, that would be so great. But yeah, I feel like guests would be a fun thing to do later on.
Yeah. Once we've gotten back into the swing of things.
Yeah. But anyways, moving.
Mitchell's.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to. Actually, I was.
Okay, we want to go on to my professor stories.
Yeah.
All right. So, I started a new thing, a new semester this week. Wow, words. I'm already brain dead. Fuck.
You caught the Austin.
15 weeks to go. So, started a new semester this week. Thing I have learned throughout my tenure here at CMU, because I refuse to call it a career, they're not paying me for this shit, is that nobody in America likes chemistry.
Yeah.
And the reason that I say that is because the entire time I've been here, I have had exactly one chemistry prof that's from the U.S.
Wow.
This semester, I'm taking 2 chemistry classes. Actually, before we get into that though, I want to go with something that's a little less funny, but like honestly kind of cooler. I'm taking a mammalian physiology course.
Yeah.
The course I'm taking is called mammalian physiology.
Yeah.
The guy that teaches it is named John Scheide, which is, not a crazy name, but he's been here for like 30 years.
Yeah.
My dad worked in his lab when my dad was up here.
Bro.
God.
Yeah. Like my dad was like one of his lab kids. And so so like the first day after lecture, I just kind of introduced myself. I was like, "Hi, my name is Mitchell Dinas. I don't know if you remember, but like 25 years ago, early 90s, I think my dad worked in your lab. His name would have been Dinas." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember him. He was a good kid." And I was like, "Yeah, he had nothing but positive things to say." And like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a fucking like this dude is like a grandpa, like to the fucking max, and he's like he's
a boomer.
Well, not like
a respectable boomer,
but yeah, like he is a baby boomer, but he's not a boomer.
Yeah, he's not a boomer.
But he it was like this like that face that old dudes get when they get really happy but they don't want to show it.
Yeah.
It was that face.
It's like they tuck in their lip. They're like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah. So he got that face, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool. He remembers my dad," and like that's awesome. Then I went to my chemistry classes. So, my Monday, I walk into my chemistry class. And I'm sitting there. That's the people sitting next to me are the same people that were in Orgo with me last semester.
Yeah.
This is Orgo 2 now. And we're sitting there. And you know how, like, there are certain names that, like, when you see them, you're like, that person is not going to be a white person. That's going to be, like, a very Asian woman.
Yes.
That's what I thought when I saw my professor's name. Because her name is, I swear to God, Chun Lee. CHOON space LEE.
I wish it was.
I was like, is she gonna come in wearing blue with fucking hair buns, thunder thighs? Like, let's fucking go. And so
behind her is her husband Ryu.
Me and my friends we're sitting there in the class, right? It's 5 minutes before class starts. We're waiting for the prof to show up, and 3 minutes before, this fucking like 6'4" white dude walks in, and the entire fucking lecture hall goes dead silent. Like, you can hear a fucking pin drop. We're all looking at him, and he goes, and he, like, no accent, goes, I am in the right place, right? And we're all like looking at him, and he goes, Chem 346, and we're like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, my name is Doug Swanson. Dr. Lee is out of the country right now at a conference.
Oh.
And it's just like all 100 of us go, oh. This dude, by the way, graduated from college. And he is the most college dude you've ever met. Like, he messed up a piece of, like, he was trying to write a word out. He messed it up, and he goes, oh, geez Louise, come on, Doug. And like, everybody else is kind of like, okay, he's some 50-year-old dude, and I'm like, holy fuck, he is insert down here incarnate. God damn.
this man is a stereotype and a half.
He is college, but our demon of torment.
So, fucking, you know, that class, and I'm like, all right, that I've yet to meet Dr. Lee. I'm at this point, I know this sounds bad, I'm just hoping that she doesn't have so heavy of an accent that I can't understand her. Because that was close to an issue for me last semester.
Yeah.
With my fucking Indian professor named Dilip. But then we get to
Typos, man.
Tuesday I have organic chemistry lab.
Yeah.
I have that on Thursday as well. My professor's name for that one is Wonjun Du. He's a Chinese man. And so we're sitting in a different lecture hall this time, but still a lecture hall. Yeah. Waiting for him to come in. And then another white dude comes in, but I knew that this guy was not Wonjun Du because he was my TA for a previous chemistry lab that I've taken. And he goes, "Hey, everybody, I'm gonna be helping out in this lab over the course of the semester. My name is I can't remember his first name, Odell. And he goes, we'll also have talks about the student person that's helping. And then 2 minutes before class starts, this fucking like 5'6" Chinese dude comes like borderline. He's like fucking power walking into the room, and he starts writing on the board like this chemical equation, and it's like everybody's like, all right, what's going on, or like, you know, he's writing this stuff on the board, and then he turns around and he starts talking.
It's like, wait, we gotta open my notes.
So I'm looking down at my note, like I'm looking up and I look down at my notes, and then while I'm looking down at my notes, he starts talking, and I have to look back up at him because he starts talking, and it's Kermit the Frog with a Chinese accent. It's the most bootleg Muppet shit you've ever heard. And I'm just like,
God.
You have a doctorate. You have a PhD, so I have to respect you, but I want to fucking laugh my ass off right now. Like, I'm in the front row. It's like me, then the teacher table thing where he can show us all what's going on, and then there's him talking, and he sounds like fucking a bootleg fucking Muppets Take Manhattan DVD. And I'm sitting there going, oh, this is gonna be a semester. This is gonna be a fucking semester.
So this is how it goes.
And then Thursday we're actually in the lab, right? I'm having to do this reaction, and he's sitting at the end of one of the tables. Like everybody's got their own like fume hood, and every once in a while I look over, and he's got this just like army of grad students.
Yeah.
All of them are Asian.
Oh.
And I don't know how, but it's like 4 Chinese girls that are just like running back and forth between where he is and these machines in another lab that like they're doing research projects and they're reporting to him while he's teaching a different lab.
Oh, bro.
And I'm like, they keep coming into like with like these graphs and shit, and I'm like, all right, you know your shit, but still, like,
Kind of want to like, look, I respect you, but at the same time, your voice.
your voice is so fucking funny.
Yeah, I feel like
You're
I
going
guess
to
that's
make
how
me fail.
I guess that's how foreigners feel when like Americans come to like I don't know like Japan and they try speaking Japanese, you know.
I mean, the thing with Japan though is like if you go to Japan and you speak Japanese with a terrible accent, they're still like, you're trying to speak Japanese instead of expecting us to know English.
Yeah.
Thank you. The French though. By the way, fuck you, Paris.
Mitchell's got a vendetta for Paris.
Yeah, dude.
No. Okay, so here's the thing with France, right?
He's gonna be found for suicide by 37 baguettes shoved down trachea.
So Normandy and like the rural / northern parts of France all like Americans.
Shit, no.
Americans, not necessarily American government, but Americans. And then if you go into Paris, they're all like, "Oh, you speak the same language as those fucks on that island north of us.
Yeah,
Fuck you."
Yeah.
They're a bunch of like arrogant bastards. Is what I'm saying.
Fuck you.
So fuck you, Paris.
Fuck Paris.
Paris, even if you speak French, if you don't speak it perfectly, the Parisians are like, "No, you English dog.
You English dog.
I wipe my ass with your constitution."
I fought in your general direction.
General direction.
The Monty Python. Oh, it's so
I
good.
use your
I'm
I
laughing
use your
at
king's
chat.
crown as a toilet bowl.
Also,
Your mother is a cow.
Your
not
mother
to
was a hamster, and your
not-
father smelt of elderberries.
not to diverge from Mitch's story, but Emmett has just gone on into the voice or not the voice chat, but the text chat, and first off, he claims he says you guys like men, ha nerds, and Nick says so buddy, and I say shit mouth, and then Nick sends a picture of a pee cleaner,
It's just a fucking drill.
and then Emmett.
Let's make no mistake about it. That's
a
just a
drill.
fucking drill.
And then Emmett's like, wait, I need that. And then Nick said,
No, it's mine.
it's mine. Please,
it's
bro,
mine.
please. Yeah. But yeah, the French, it's funny how like stuck up the French are, even though they're all like, I surrender. It's like,
Well,
what?
I mean, World War I French didn't really. World War II
Yeah.
French were like, oh fuck,
switch
you have
sides.
tanks.
they
They were like, you have more than one tank.
huh?
bro, we got tanks made out of baguettes. What are you talking about?
No, the French were like, we got these fucking concrete boxes. Oh wait, shit, you're going through Belgium. Fuck.
God, nice.
I surrender.
Come on,
but yeah.
Nah,
But-
they ain't gonna hit Paris in 1,000 years, sir. Yeah, they're going through the Arc de Triomphe.
Oh no. But yeah, it's funny because French is like France is a beautiful place to visit, like the Eiffel Tower, you know, and stuff. But it's like the people there, it's like, you American dog. It's like, sir, who helped you in World War II? Yeah.
Well,
Now shut
pull
up.
It's like, yeah, you saved our asses in our revolution, mostly to fuck over England. Let's be real. But like, you know, you helped us out, and then you had some shit that you had to deal with yourself, and then your
Yeah.
fucknut that was like shorter than a fucking chickpea decided I'm gonna go into Russia in the winter,
Yeah.
and then like 200 years later.
now it-
World War I happened, and you guys
Yeah.
did pretty well.
It-
And then World War II happened, and you rolled the fuck over.
It reminds me of this Simpsons clip where like it's like a future episode of Lisa getting married and stuff, and her fiance is he I think he was French or British or whatever. And Mo.
Oh, that we saved your ass in
he
World
says
War II. Well, we saved your ass in World War III.
Yeah, that one. It reminds me of that clip, and I'm like, yeah.
Awesome. I wanted to talk about like artwork in the bathrooms. What do you mean?
Oh, so recently it hasn't been huge, but it's been a fad. I've noticed on like I've seen it on Reddit a few times and on Instagram, but there have been a few artists going around in schools painting and drawing in the bathroom stalls.
Really?
Yeah. So I saw in someone's story a few days ago that someone drew in one stall and they had like the Mandalorian in, and I think something else. And then
I thought you were gonna talk about like
Crimson Chin was the one.
I thought you were gonna talk about the fucking like the thing with like there's a mirror missing from a bathroom and it says you're beautiful and then under that it says fuck you, we need that mirror.
No, but so in my 4th hour class, so my 4th hour class is like at the end of kind of like towards the end of our school, and that's where the newer bathrooms are. So I had to go to the bathroom, so I went down there, and I get done going to the bathroom, and the newer bathrooms they're like super big and long, and so they have these long like entire one piece mirrors that just go from like one end to the other. And I go out one of the stalls when I'm done, and I just see on the left of me in the other stall it's Foghorn Leghorn on the cement wall, and I'm just like, well, okay then.
Nice.
And I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. Hopefully it's there when we go back to school Monday.
Good. I doubt it will be.
I hope, but yeah, I just thought that was a little funny thing because it's just like, why? Like I mean, it's better than going to the bathroom and just seeing like Nazi symbols and like shut up, like inscribbled into like
gay.
Yeah, inscribbled into the bathroom
The
walls and stuff.
plastic walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know there's burn marks on them too? There's literal burn marks, like someone torched it.
I don't understand, like boys' bathroom, especially boys,
They
because I haven't
hit
been in
the vape too hard.
They blew a little too hot.
He brought his fucking weed pipe in there.
Too hard,
I-
you spit fire.
Can I tell you guys a story of something that happened a few days ago? So I had to go to the bathroom
Is it
during my
funny?
5th hour. Yes. I had to go to the bathroom during my 5th hour. And so I'm going to the bathroom and I walk in and there's a group of 3 boys and they're kind of huddled together. And the minute I walk in, they kind of spread out immediately. And I'm like, they're vaping or they're doing something. And they're all like, you know, and I just look at one of them and one of them looks at me and I'm like, nice. And I go in the stall to take a shit and one of them's like, you want to hit? I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. And then they all walked out and I was like,
That's when you go slide that bitch under.
Yeah, and then flush it down the toilet.
I wipe my ass with it. And then I get
Turn it around.
You just wipe your ass with the mouth end.
All you
Wipe your
hear.
ass with the mouth end and then just hand it back to him.
Oh no! You hear he slides under, right? And he hears.
Yeah, that's how you start the first round of Black Ops Zombies, dude.
Justin, do you want to tell your vape story that happened to you in the bathroom?
No, I'm good.
Okay, but that'll be a story for another time. But
My statute of limitations isn't up.
Oh
But that was
Man, fuck.
such a funny. It's so.
Remember when they spray painted that onto the sidewalk? They did that.
Some
literally-
freshmen had their vape taken away, and and they spray painted "fuck you" on. So we at our school it's like a big high school, and it's like we have this path to go to one end to the other, and like this outside path, and apparently
There's 2 buildings.
there's 2 buildings, and apparently some kid had his vape taken away, so he came and vandalized the pathway and wrote "fuck you" on it, and like drew a bunch of penises and shit, and I'm like,
so stupid.
yeah, good job, kid.
You showed them. You showed them
Yeah,
good.
you
Yeah, and
certainly
then
got them.
And then my meme about it was great, too. but I'm not gonna describe it. I'll let you describe it, Austin, you beta.
It
What?
Yeah, I forgot.
it's
Justin,
not
what did
that
you mean?
difficult to describe. Like it's a fucking Google Translate, and the top one says "fuck," and the bottom one says "my vape got taken away."
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. I love it.
It was fucking. It was so great, but yeah. For last topic to finish off our podcast is how did we come up with our usernames? You know, I thought this would be a little interesting, because
Are you talking about like my actual username or just the nicknames that I have in all my different Discord
your
servers?
like your username, like your Muttman. Like
Okay.
how'd you come up with Muttman? You know.
So Muttman is really not that creative. It's just that I am like 6 different types of white. Like I'm English, I'm Irish, I'm German, I'm
Jewish?
like no, like there's like a mystery 5th ingredient. You know, like on ingredients lists on, you know, bags of food, how it'll just say spices.
Yeah.
It's like that. We're not sure if it's French or Russian, but it's one of them. So I'm like 6 different types of like Northern European white.
So you're hoping
I
it's
was like,
Russian.
I was like, I'm a mutt man.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say in our Discord server, my name is Caffeined because I'm addicted to caffeine,
Yeah.
and then in my D&D Discord server that I run, it's Sadistic Bastard because I'm the DM and I enjoy making the other people just like hate.
That's it. Just hate.
Oh
hate.
no, like I killed off their favorite characters, like their 2 favorite characters,
Wow.
because I thought it would be fun.
Yeah, fuck you. It's from Justin.
Justin in the corner. Fuck you.
What about you, Austin?
So I have 2. I have Ultimate AMC, and then I have Teeny Weeny Supreme. So Ultimate AMC came from this YouTuber I used to watch when I was younger, and I kind of this is where I got the Ultimate.
So you're
part from.
unoriginal?
Shut up, stupid. So his name was Ultimate DS Man, and I remember I really liked his content, and I was
Oh
like,
god,
wow.
he is unoriginal.
Shut up. And well, I don't do his content. He does way different content, but I was like, yeah, I should. Well, Ultimate AMC is much better than Austin the
card.
Gamer.
Yeah, that's true.
That was my name for my first.
What I'm hearing is that you just don't have good ideas.
But I came up with Ultimate AMC, and that's been mainly my username for everything. And then Teeny Weeny Supreme.
Where did that come from?
This one
Justin.
came from just yeah.
came from me.
It came from during lunch. He called me, "What's up, Teeny Weeny?" And I was like, and then I added the Supreme part, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make that my Discord, and I made it my Discord, and it has been
And here we are.
it has been my thing ever since, and it's also my Steam ever since, and I love it so much.
My name, Cheeky Briki. This was the phase where I was like all out Russian. I loved everything Russian.
Yeah, your picture was you and the
Ushanka. It was me and the
Yeah.
Ushanka.
Yeah.
I had this really comfy Ushanka. I still have it with me. I used to wear it every day to school, and soon enough, I was like, listen, I got this Discord. I need to find a username, Cheeky Briki, and that's how that came up. And then
What-
the one on the other server, it's God's Boss. Now,
wait.
listen.
How'd you come up with Mad Jacks?
Oh, Mad Jack, that's right. Mad Jack.
There's this fucking soldier who is a fucking baller.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
that's basically it. But
What was it, World War II, right? Like he fucking fought in World War II with a goddamn longbow and a broadsword.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
and he fucking
Came in,
won.
and he won. He came back. He was like, yes.
Didn't he like baseball bat a fucking hand grenade one time?
Yeah, he's an absolute demon.
Like he either like baseball batted a hand grenade or like he shot a flaming arrow at like a drum of oil or something. Like he managed to kill like 20 people without actually firing a shot.
Either way, both ways are still badass. Yeah, but I think I remember Dragon told me that he just came from his brother being like, "Yo, what's your favorite creature?" And he's like, "Dragon." And he's like, "What's your favorite character? Video game character?" And he's like, "Link." And he's like, "There you go." It's like, huh. But Justin,
That makes sense.
yeah. But Justin, how'd you come up with yours?
Okay, so I just typed my old one into chat, so throw that up in the future.
Yeah, the dude,
And,
22.
It's really easy. I chose that one because it rhymed. Now, next one. For my Discord, big stupid dingus. It's because I'm big, I'm stupid, and I'm a dingus. He's here.
Get this kid out of here! What is he do? Hey, you're supposed to be on vacation.
I pressed
Dude,
wrong button. I
dude,
pressed wrong button.
you.
I pressed
Where's your audacity,
Leave.
man?
wrong button.
Leave. There we go.
Nick.
And then my Steam username,
Nick, we
Thunder
good.
God Pence, is because Pence is the god of thunder. Thank
Nick,
you
he's gone.
very
It took
much.
him-
I'll be here.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the pin's
Yeah,
got a
I was gonna say
thunder.
if
forgot
we
about
want to
that
do Steam names, I changed mine a while back.
one. Yeah.
Shax's
Mitchell's.
the tripod. It's Destiny. Lord Shax, the dude who runs the Crucible, he's a tripod. If I need to explain that last bit to you, I'm sorry, you're not old enough to watch this podcast.
Nick, is your mic fucking up? Nick, is your mic fucking up? No response. Yeah, I think it is. Okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but I think that's all. I'm trying to remember if I had any other usernames. I don't think I did. Even if
I was
I
gonna
did.
say the one I had on PlayStation for fucking
Oh,
a decade was D1918. I did not have that name by choice.
On my
that was
ex-
my dad fucking set up on our PS3 when we got it. He set up
Yeah.
a PSN account that was D1918. It was our fucking the number, like our house number on the
Yeah.
street we were on, and then our the first letter of our last name.
Yeah.
And he did that because get this, he
Yeah.
thought that wasn't personal information, like that nobody would be able to track us based off of that. And so we're sitting there, like, and I just ended up using that account like more than he did, so that it just became my account. And then PlayStation implemented the name change, and I was like, oh fucking thank God, I can actually fucking change off this stupid horse shit.
I completely forgot about my Xbox one, but my Xbox account, because I got it. I remember I got my 360 for Christmas in 2015, and we got home and we're trying to set up a username for me, and we couldn't think of anything because Ultimate AMC was taken. I was like, well, shit. So we used the random name gemerizer and
Gemerizer?
Shut up. And and something came up. It was like something ships 18 or whatever. And we were like, okay, just remove the first part and then put Austin. And my Xbox thing ever since has been Austin ships 18. So yeah. Also, looking at my Steam aliases, I forgot I was Teletubbies for a while.
Teletubbies?
Because I had a picture of Todd Howard with a shotgun in a
Okay,
Teletubby
okay.
suit for a good few months, and I was like, yeah, Teletubbies. And then when I first made my Steam, I was, don't bully me, please, but I was Sonic Fan 45.
Thank you, Sonic Fan 45. Very cool.
You have come to save the day. But yeah, that's I think that's all my username accounts or my usernames that I can remember and how they came up with them. But yeah, I think that's it for a podcast. Nick's mic is not doing so great. Ain't that right, Nick?
That was a fuck you. Yep, there it is in chat. I called it.
But yeah, we're gonna end this here. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank
Adios.